Valhalla draws from the memories of those who enter.
A god of war, god of pain. Master thyself.
I know what you're wrestling with, Spartan.
I am not ready.
Yet, we will get you there.
Would you join me?
Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Hope you all had a great Christmas or whatever holiday you guys celebrate. I had a great weekend, spent a lot of time with family, celebrating Christmas, had a great time. Today is going to be a quick video. I just wanted to share a few of my thoughts on the God of War Ragnarok DLC. But before we get into it guys, I am Falsa21, I love playing games, and I love making videos, so if you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to drop me a like on the video and subscribe to the channel. So the DLC does take place after the events of the main game, so spoilers ahead for anyone who hasn't actually beaten Ragnarok yet. We're going to be talking a lot about that, as well as showing things and talking about things from the Valhalla DLC, so you have been warned. For starters, right out the gate, this DLC is 100% free, which is freaking awesome. Anybody that has the God of War Ragnarok game on, I believe on PS4 and PS5, this will be a free update. So props to them for doing that. They could have easily slapped a price tag on it, but they didn't, which was super awesome. And if you guys have played God of War Ragnarok, honestly dude, this DLC is a must get. The story here is really good, especially if you have played any of the original games. There are a ton of callbacks, and in fact the entire DLC just revolves around that part of Kratos' life. So kind of a brief and simple recap of the story here in Valhalla. This does take place, as I mentioned, after the events of God of War Ragnarok. Freya more or less asks Kratos to join them in ruling over the realms. I want to say basically to be a god with them. And on the plus side, a lot of people really do look up to Kratos, especially in this Norse saga. And due to Kratos' very violent past, he doesn't really believe that he deserves. Tyr invites Kratos to Valhalla so that they can work out what he should do and to try and come to terms with his past. And the whole point of Valhalla is to put him through various trials. And Tyr kind of says it best, I'm paraphrasing here of course, that while his body does the fighting, his mind can work out the rest. Something like that. So basically to work out his past issues here. And like I mentioned, there is a ton of callbacks to those original games. A lot of the stories shared, a few characters come back, and at the end of the game, Kratos does come face to face with his old self, accepting who he was, but also accepting that he is and can be something more. Which I do have to say, that end cutscene was so freaking cool and so freaking powerful. I am a big God of War fan since the very beginning. I played them back on the original PlayStation 2, so I loved these games. So seeing Kratos sit back on the throne and how he is now was just so freaking cool. It gave me goosebumps honestly when I first saw it. As far as the story as a whole though, it was excellent. I thought it was really good, really well done, really well told. The DLC itself is a roguelike. So when you die, you respawn right at the beginning, and you'll have to start all of your progression over. Kind of similar to, I would say, like Returnal or Hades. The gameplay here is all the same as the base game. You got your Leviathan Axe, the Chaos Blades. Although they did add a new, I want to say it's called a Rage ability, where you get the Sword of Olympus, which was so freaking cool. It looked so cool, so epic. Does a ton of damage, just like, you know, all the other rage effects. Super cool when you finally pull it off. They also add a ton of new armor that can all be unlocked as you play throughout the DLC. But here, all of that armor is just purely cosmetic. There's no stat boost, no perks, or anything like that. They do have a couple of new boss fights, all of which were a ton of fun to fight. You get to fight Modi and Magni from the actual first God of War game, because it's the way Valhalla works is it brings things from your memory and kind of scrambles them together. So a lot of these trials are just scrambling things from Kratos' past. Like there's even a part where you go to Olympus or Athens, something like that. It's one of the places in the Greece games. They're mixing and matching a lot of these different things. They even bring back Helios, so a lot of really cool stuff here. But overall, I would have to say my favorite boss fight was actually Tyr. You do fight him a few different times, and each time he's a little bit harder, and he does have a different weapon, so that was also really cool. Plus that last fight with Tyr was just so freaking crazy. Like, I knew the second I saw a purple health bar, I knew Tyr was about to just give me the beating of a lifetime. And he freaking did. And I was just playing on the normal difficulty, and he definitely gave me the beating. That said, there are plenty of things that I have yet to see, tons of armor I haven't even gotten yet. I'm sure there's lots of bosses that I haven't found yet. There's a lot more that I'm still just kind of scratching the surface on. I beat the main story. That took me a couple of hours. Wasn't too big, wasn't too crazy, but like I said, there's still a lot that I have yet to see. And with all of that, it's still free, which is freaking crazy. So overall, I think I would give the God of War Ragnarok Valhalla DLC an 8 out of 10. I thought the story was fire, I thought the gameplay was fire. I personally really like the roguelike elements. I'm a big fan of like those roguelike games like Hades and Returnal. A lot of fun doing that. Really cool kind of mixing and matching different builds and trying to, different tactics. I had a lot of fun with that. And as I mentioned, whole DLC is free. You'd be a sucker not to get it. Anyways, guys, that's going to be it for the video. Let me know down in the comments if you have played it and what you guys overall think of the new God of War Ragnarok Valhalla DLC. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the page, and we'll see you guys on the next video.